I do for you, Mrs. T?
Well, stop holding your breath for a start before you explode.
Looks a bit hopeless, doesn't it?
What, the fancy dress?
Oh, they're my skiing clothes. I bring them out of mothballs once a year, and every year they seem to have shrunk a bit more. Pity. I used to cut rather a fine figure on the snowy slopes.
Is that where you're going for your holiday?
Was. What do you want to see me about?
Oh, it's Lil. She's never turned up this morning.
Oh, your office hasn't been cleaned then. I'll get someone onto it.
Oh, no, that's all right, but it's not like Lil. I mean, she'd have told me if she was going to be late.
Oh, don't worry. If she doesn't turn up the next hour, I'll make some inquiries.
Well, better heads. You know, it's all that rich food you eat doesn't help. All that foreign stuff.
Perhaps I should go on a diet again.
Oh, no, don't go starving yourself, Mr. Hunter. You know how touchy you got last time. Good plain food, that's all you want.
Tell you what, I could go to that new place. They sent me a brochure. Ah, yes. Here we are. Greenacres.
Greenacres?
Yes, a new health farm. I will go there. I'd have broken my leg skiing anyway.
Oh, it's a bit pricey, isn't it? 40 guineas a week.
Yes, but think of what you get for it. First, your body is drained of all its toxic poisons. Then you're revitalized, recharged, sent back to the outside world a completely new person.
Well, a dose of salts could have done all that for you. Licorice powder, that's it. A dose taken regular every Saturday morning. Licorice powder. I know it's horrible stuff to take, but it does you good, and a sight cheaper than all this health farm business.
Ah, but think of the beauty of the place. Fresh country air, complete rest, and the treatment. Massage, Turkish baths.
They roll you in the snow. They hit you all over with a bunch of twigs.
Oh, no, they don't.
I read about it. You pay out all that lolly for a blooming good hiding.
Ah, there you are. I've been looking for you, Mrs. Thursday.
Morning, Mr. Lever.
Have you thought any more about this Highland Development side?
I thought about it, yes.
Well, what's the answer? Well, the firms are taking notice, so we'll have to move fast if we want it, you know.
Well, have you thought any more about that holiday farm for the children?
Oh, it's an interesting idea. We'll have to find a site, that's all.
When?
Well, it takes time finding suitable building sites, you know. In the meantime, we've got to make a decision about Highfield.
Well, you can go into that with Mr. Hunter. If he says it's all right, I dare say we'll buy it.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Thursday. It's an exciting project.
Well, I've got to go, Joe. If you want to make any quick decisions about our further expansion, you'll have
and
to...
remember, Mr. Hunter, there are certain places we don't want to expand in. See what I mean?
I'll bear it in mind, Mrs. T. Now then, Joe.
Oh, hello, Alice. Sorry I'm so late.
Whatever's the matter, Lil?
Oh, well, I've been a bit seedy. Up all night I was, so I went round to the doctor. That's why I'm late.
What'd the doctor say?
Well, nothing
Oh,
really.
don't be so silly. Must have said something.
Well, you know.
What did the doctor say?
Well, you know what these doctors are, Alice. Honest, would you say I was fat?
Oh, no, not fat, Lil. No, not fat.
He says I've got to lose some weight. What about that?
Oh, well, you could knock off a bit, Lil, I suppose.
Well, a bit. He talked about me as I was a fat lady in a circus, a blooming cheek.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. Mr. Hunter's the same. He's got to knock off a bit, too.
Honest?
Look, I'm not having no nonsense about you staying here working. You can come back with me and put your feet up.
No, Alice, I couldn't put you to all that trouble. Not just 'cause we've been friends for all these years. No, I'll struggle on somehow. My mum went just the same way, you know. Working till the last. Oh, I might have known it was no good arguing with Alice. Once she makes up her mind, you might just as well argue with a tank.
Well, she told me she was going to see you had a good rest and were properly looked after.
Yeah, she told me that too. I wonder what she's got in mind.
A holiday, perhaps?
Oh, no! Oh, no, I mean, I couldn't, not possibly.
If she's made up her mind, you said yourself.
I know. No good arguing with her. Has she said anything?
No, but she wouldn't do it by halves. Like as not, she'll shove you off on one of these sunshine cruises.
Oh, the West Indies. Oh, blue skies, silver beaches, palm trees, sunshine, venison.
What?
Well, that's what they eat there. Fresh lobster for breakfast, pheasant for lunch, wine, liqueurs.
Well, see what this cup of tea will do.
Duck.
Sugar?
Yes, 5, please.
What's been wrong, then?
Well, you see, the other night I had this terrible pain round my heart.
It sounds more like wind to me, Lil. That's what it is, not your heart at all.
No, Alice, it was ever so bad. It took me breath away for a minute.
Well, that's it, wind round the heart. Very painful. But can you wonder at the way you carried on at Bill's birthday?
Did you think it was that, really?
All those gin and peps. No, it's a dose of salts, like I was telling Mr. Hunter. Only I think he's getting himself fixed up at some posh elf farm.
Elf farm? Well, that's for animals, ain't it?
No, for human beings, you silly ape. Sounds a lovely place, Lil. I mean, there's all that country, woods and hills. I've been thinking, how would you like to go there?
Oh, no, thank you. I hate farms. They got no mod cons. Nothing but chickens and cows and pigs, too.
This is for people. I mean, rich people. You'd have a nice rest there.
No, Alice, I wouldn't know what to do. Rich people, all la-di-da with cut-glass accents.
Look, you just look like one of them in a Turkish bath, only your head sticks out.
Hey, Alice, it ain't one of them nudist camps, is it? They don't go around naked, do they?
No, nothing like that. You go, Lil. Do you good.
No, I wouldn't know anyone.
Mr. Hunter'd be there. He'd look after you. You know, you'd come back a different woman. All that toxication would be drained out your body.
Here, do you mind?
No, all the poison would be drained away, and you'd be revictualised and come back up and about like a spring chicken.
Well, how come you're so keen on this place all of a sudden?
You wouldn't get a man like Mr. Hunter going there unless there was something in it. You see, it gives your body a fresh start. Now, you'd like that, Lil?
No, I think I'll just give up potatoes.
You wait till you've talked to Mr. Hunter. You see what it's doing for him.
How will I see?
You see.
Well, somebody say something, for heaven's sake. Well, it's not disastrous, is it? I was expecting something much worse.
You've let yourself go badly, Mr. Hunter.
Oh?
We shall have to get a couple of stone off you, won't we, Clay?
At least, Doctor.
Great mass of adipose tissue.
I am?
Yes, pockets of fat and fluid. Oh, it's got to go.
Well, that's what we're here for, isn't it?
You won't find it very amusing, Mr. Hunter. I mean, look at this. Flabby, useless, no muscle tone. Huh?
Is there any
Oh,
chance,
we've got
you
to
think?
put that right, yes. Yes, it all depends on you. You know, it's incredible to me the way people misuse their bodies. Drink?
Oh, thanks. I don't mind if I do.
I don't mean do you, I mean will you.
Oh, yes, sorry. Well, as a matter of fact, I do.
How much?
Oh, I suppose you could say I was an average drinker, really?
Once a week?
No, more than that.
Every day?
Well, yes, actually.
Alcoholic addiction?
No, come now. It's not as bad as all that.
The usual treatment, Doctor.
Yes, dehydration and irrigation.
Oh.
You spoke, Mr. Hunter?
Oh, no, I was just wondering if there's anything you could do for me, that's all.
Certainly. But you're going to have to suffer first.
I'm beginning to realize that.
Everything will depend on your strength of will.
Well, you can rely on me, Dr. Solby.
We believe in the 3 Ds here. Determination, denial, discipline. A firm, active body means a firm, active mind. But it won't be easy.
I can see that.
Well, today you will rest. Tomorrow you will work.
Well, if I could just have one good meal before I start... then-
Determination, denial, discipline. Well, all that remains is for me to welcome you to Green Acres.
Thanks very much.
Now, Jane, would you show Mr. Hunter to his cabin, please? Miss Bevis is in charge of massage and electro-vibration.
Would you like to follow me, Mr. Hunter? I hope your stay here will be a pleasant one. Good morning, Mr. Hunter.
Morning, Miss Bevis. Well, I'm all ready for the fray.
Right, let's see what we have on the chart for you today.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Miss Bevis, you can give me the full treatment.
Yes, well, I think we'll give you a little muscle toning first and then a steam bath.
Anything you say, Miss Bevis. Lead me to the execution block.
We have changed our tune, haven't we?
Well, if a treatment's worth doing, it's worth doing well, you know.
Well, I'm glad you're so enthusiastic. Mr. Duggan is waiting for you.
Mr. Duggan?
Oh, yes, you haven't met our male staff yet, have you?
Now, Mr. Hunter, you got the idea? You got to take the strain with the muscles that can cope. Otherwise, you might do yourself a nasty injury. We don't want that, do we?
Oh, we certainly don't.
Right then, first of all, we'll start with these, the thighs, and these, the biceps. Well, shall we have a go? Perhaps you'd like to try that small one there.
Oh, that shouldn't be too difficult.
No! Not like that. You don't want to rupture yourself, do you? Bend the knees. You've got to get underneath the weight. I told you.
See, I told you it was a lovely place, Lil. Look, you wait there, don't move, and I'll go and find Mr. Hunter.
Can I help you?
Well, I was looking for a Mr. Hunter.
Oh, you're the lady he's expecting.
Oh, yes, because...
Well, would you like to come with me? He's
friend...
told us all about it.
Oh, good. And I come here with my friend. She's in the car. Shall I fetch her?
Oh, well, later will do. Dr. Marion Sorby wants a word with you. I'll just tell her you're here.
Oh, a lady doctor, eh? Is she the head of this place?
Yes, that's right. Oh, Dr. Sorby, Mr. Hunter's friend has just arrived. Right.
Perhaps I'd better have a word with her.
I think so. Would you like to come with me? This way.
Mr. Hunter warned me about this patient. She's very difficult and nervous.
Do you think she'll be violent?
Well, he never said anything about that, but you never know. Still, I'm sure you can cope. How do you do? Welcome to Greenacres.
Pleased, I'm sure.
Well, I'll leave you to cope.
Oh, I don't know. I would just like to have a word with you.
We'll talk afterwards.
Afterwards? After what?
After you're ready.
But I'm ready now. I just wanted to have a word with that doctor.
Well, get undressed, please, and put this on.
Half a minute.
We can't wear you with your clothes on.
Now you made a mistake. I'm Mrs. Thursday.
We just get our coat off, shall we?
No, we shan't.
Now, I'm afraid it's no good struggling.
I'm not struggling. I just want to have a word with that doctor.
And she's not here.
No, she's just gone out there. Here, open this door for me, please.
We have our orders.
But you got it all wrong. It's my friend you want, not me.
Yes, we know all about that. Now, if you'll just take your clothes off, I'm sure we can sort it all out afterwards.
I'm not taking my clothes off, not for nobody.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to.
Take your hands off me. Stop it! Stop it! Alice?
Hello. I'm sorry, did I startle you?
Oh, no, it was my fault.
Well, are you looking for someone?
No, not now. I mean, yes, I was looking for my friend, Mrs. Thursday.
Mrs. Thursday? I don't think I know that name.
Oh, well, you wouldn't, because we've only just got here. But do you know Mr. Hunter?
Mr. Hunter? Oh, yes, he's in the treatment room at the moment.
Oh.
Look, why don't you sit down and wait until one of them turns up?
Oh, ta. You're ever so kind.
All ready for my badminton session, Mr. Winton?
Well, you're early, Lady Bascom.
Aha, that just shows how keen I am.
Well, all right, then.
Excuse me.
If you want anything, just press that bell.
Oh, ta. I mean, thank you.
Well, it sounds a bit like Margaret's honest to me, Mr. Partridge. Madam, if you don't mind. I imagine you could do with a lot more heat today, then, Mr. Partridge. Well, you really think so? If it'll help. Anything you say? I think so. You just ask you straight from there. Now, don't be shy. And the main thing is to keep the muscles of the neck. Keep them mobile, you see, to you. Keep them going round like that.
Yes, I'll try and do that. Yes. Well, shall we go in?
Oh, straight away, yes. I want to have a go with those muscles of yours on the tummy there. I've got to sort them out. If you just mind getting on here, we've just got a few minutes. We could do that now.
Right, sir.
Now, on you get. That's better. There we are. Ready? All right?
Right. Fire away.
There. I'll just get some steam on now, sir.
Right.
There we are. All right, sir. I'll just leave you to it.
All right.
No, I'm not telling you badly. I always back myself. Got to have a bar. It's one of the rules.
Will you kindly leave my cubicle? What's all this noise going on? Madam, you should be ashamed.
Disgraceful exhibition. Let's keep her quiet for a minute.
To her.
It was a mistake. They didn't mean it.
Didn't mean it. What, stripping her off and shoving her in that box? I'd like to know what they'd do if they did mean it.
They thought she was you.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I'm not going to stay here now.
Oh, Mrs. Thursday rather enjoyed it.
What?
Yes, she said she felt invigorated, so she's decided to stay to take the cure. So it'd really make her very happy if you'd stay with her.
You know, we're both dying to try the wooden horse if you'll teach us, darling.
Well, of course I
And if
will.
you'll promise to catch us.
I won't forget.
Ah, yes, that's Mr. Winton, the physical training expert.
Yes, we have met.
He gives classes in the gym every morning at 8. Of course, not many people are energetic enough to get up then. Rather a waste, don't you think?
Yes.
He also gives coaching lessons in badminton, if anyone's interested.
Really? Oh, I was always the one for tennis myself.
Oh?
Yeah, up the wreck. I had a boyfriend who played. Jeff, his name was. Oh, but of course he gave up tennis and got married a music teacher.
Ah, if music be the food of love, play on.
Pardon?
Shakespeare. Oh, no, why did I have to go and mention food?
Oh, are you hungry?
What do you think? Oh, well, I'll get Bates to take you back.
Well, no, I've been thinking. It doesn't seem fair to leave Alice all on her own, what with all that starvation and all that. No, if Alice wants me to stay, I'll stay.
Noble sentiments, Mrs. Bassett. Well, Mrs. Thursday's in her chalet. Won't you join her?
No, I think I'll just stay here for a bit.
I'll see you later, then. I hear he's a good dancer, too.
Oh, cheeky.
We might even go on to that little club, you know, the one with the Italian group.
Oh, don't forget this place shuts up at 11.
Darling, don't be so naive. You know perfectly well the window to the women's treatment room is left open every night.
Besides, it's half the fun.
Ladies, if you wish to break the rules, I shan't give you away, but you'll have to excuse me from the jaunt. And, mind you're not late for my class tomorrow because you've overslept.
Of course not, darling.
Shall we see you for cocktails?
Yes, I suppose so. I must go.
See you in the park.
Yes, bye-bye.
Oh, Mr. Winton, I understand that you give private badminton lessons. I wonder, would you be kind enough to show me how to hit my shuttlecock?
Well, really, what a nerve. Who does she think she is?
Well, how's it going, Mr. Hunter?
Oh, this is one of the easier exercises. I used to do quite a bit of rowing at school.
I thought you had the look of an expert about you.
This machine's designed for that. You can't possibly catch a crab.
Oh, now don't give up. If I'm distracting you, I'll go away.
Distracting. It's the ultimate in frustration. You starve us, wear us out with exercises. Haven't even the strength to wink at you.
Oh, not at the moment. But wait until the second week, Mr. Hunter. That's when I've got to watch out.
Can I help you?
No, thank you, dear. I'm just expecting 2 friends of mine to join me.
And you'd rather wait for them?
If you don't mind.
You're new here, aren't you?
Hello, Pat, my dear.
Oh, good evening, Lady Bascom. Early as usual.
Gets so crowded later. Just orange juice and an apple, dear.
May I see your card, please?
Yes, of course. Oh, how stupid of me. I must have left it in my chalet. However, it's just the same as every day. You know me by now.
Yes, indeed. I thought so, Lady Bascom. You're on normal diet. You can go into the dining room.
But it doesn't open until 7.
Well, I'm afraid you're not on my list any longer.
Surely just an orange juice. Won't it count as my afternoon drink?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, that pussy for an orange juice. You can't help laughing, can you?
You'll be surprised what some people get up to.
Really?
Oh, they're cheating. They alter their diet cards and forge Dr. Sorby's initials. She marks the cards each day, you see. Well, I'm supposed to mark them against this list, but sometimes if there's a rush, I just haven't the time.
No, it's a proper fiddle, isn't it?
And sometimes, if they know that the doctor's gone out, they pretend she left last-minute instructions for them to get extra. Oh, I have quite a time, I can tell you.
Well, if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Mind you, I'm up to most of their little tricks. Good heavens. Oh, Lord. Is this the friend you're waiting for?
Yes, it is. Oh, my dear. Come on over here, Lil. You've overdone it a bit, haven't you?
What do you mean?
Well, all them tinsels and feathers.
Well, I thought it was attractive, you know, feminine. Here, they said cocktails in the bar, that lot there. Oh.
Now, look here. I have to make the best of it now. Very pretty. That stole, I like it, Bill.
Evening, ladies.
There's Mr. Hunter.
Hello, Mr. Hunter.
Still feeling invigorated?
Well, I feel different. I've just been complimenting Lil on her feather doodah. Where'd you get it, Lil?
Oh, up the lane, if you must know.
Well, it's very clever of you. I hear they're the rage in Paris. All the collections featured them. Don't tell me you got advance information.
Oh, well, as a matter of fact, a little bird did sort of whisper in my ear.
Isn't about a bit, that bird, isn't it? It's down my ear hole now.
I'll get your cocktails.
Oh, Tara, I'll have a gin and pep.
Yeah, I've been hearing about the goings-on in this place.
Wild parties?
No, cheating how they get extra food. Shocking.
Go on, really?
Well, I mean, what's the point of paying to come here for the cure if you're going to dodge round it all the time?
What's that?
Well, they call them cocktails. Rather a bizarre sense of humour, don't you think?
Fraud, I call it. I'm not going to drink that.
Well, bizarre or not, think of the good it's going to do you.
Still on water, darling? Poor thing.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be joining you on light diet tomorrow.
Oh, but that means only 48 hours on water.
That's right.
I did 4 days, actually.
Liar.
3.5.
Well, a great feat of endurance, anyway.
Well, it was worth it. I lost 6 pounds. Poor pet, he's positively drooling. Shall we give him a drink?
Don't tempt me. I must join my friends anyway.
All right, darling. See you.
Well, down memory lane.
Is this really all we get tonight?
Afraid so. Cheers.
Cheers. Don't they even give you a lump of sugar?
Lucky to get a bit of lemon in it.
Morning, Mrs. Thursday. Sleep well?
No, not a wink. Too blooming quiet. So unnatural. I've had no bother sleeping in London.
Oh, you'll get used to it. Here's your early morning tea.
Here, what's this supposed to be?
You're on the water and lemon diet for 3 days.
But, I mean, that's instead of food. Tea don't count.
Oh, I'm afraid it does. You see, Dr. Sorby's plan is based on an intake of 20 fluid ounces a day.
Well, I'll intake 20 fluid ounces. Can't some of them be tea? I mean, I've never missed my morning cuppa, not since as far back as I can remember.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Thursday, but the water and lemon helps to purify your blood.
You talk as if there was something wrong in a cup of tea, like it was drugs or something.
It's not for long, just a few days.
It's an insult, that's what it is, morning cup of tea. Insult. Well, it's so blooming horrible. I suppose it must be doing us good.
Is it, I wonder? Think I might be in Switzerland skiing and skating.
I'm breaking a leg.
Yes, I suppose this is better for me. Good for the soul, anyway.
You know, I've been thinking, Mr. Hunter. A lemon costs 6p, doesn't it? That's all, 6p. And how many slices like this, thin, do you get out of one lemon?
At least a dozen.
Yes, that's right. Well, 8p a glass that comes, isn't it? 8p a glass. We have 4 glasses a day. The water's free. 2p a day it costs them to feed us. What do you think of that?
I must admit I never thought of it like that before.
But it's a swindle. That Dr. Sorby's making a fortune out of us. 40 guineas a week.
Yes, and it isn't as if she was feeding us on caviar and champagne.
Oh, roast and 2 veg and Yorkshire pud.
A poached Scotch salmon with hollandaise sauce.
Steak and kidney pud.
A beautiful ripe Stilton.
Fish and chips and lots of vinegar. Oh. Dr. Sorby's lunch, it's a scandal.
Yes, you can see where the profit goes.
Excuse me, do you mind if I join you?
Welcome to the feast, Mr. Partridge.
Thanks. Oh, that smell. Tempting, isn't it?
Yeah, tempts me to murder.
Perhaps I should go.
Oh, no, not you, Mr. Peacock.
Partridge.
No, it's Dr. Sorby I could do in. I mean, guzzling her head off while we starve and getting money for it.
Yes, she's onto a good thing, all right.
Yes, at our expense. We are being proper done. Do you realise that?
I suppose we are when you come to think of it.
Oh, it makes my blood boil.
She's missing her cup of tea.
Well, it's nothing to laugh at, Mr. Hunter. I'd do anything for a cup of tea.
Well, you could always buy the place, couldn't you?
Yes, that's something for you to think about. I mean, a place like this ought to be run to make people happy and comfortable. I mean, it's the least they could do.
Well, it might make a good investment for you. The prices they charge.
You talk just like a friend of mine.
Oh.
Funny, I never think of the office since I've been here. I suppose it's the hunger.
If I don't get some food soon, I shall slip through my trousers and strangle myself on my own braces. Oh, well, to food. May we live to see it again, face to face.
Here.
Thursday? Well, do you have an appointment?
Oh, come on, miss, I don't need an appointment. She knows me.
Well, I suppose I could take you to see her, but, may I see your briefcase, please?
Now, what is this? Wormwood scrubs? You think I've got a file hidden away in a birthday cake or something?
It's not the file I'm interested in, but the cake. Or anything else that's edible.
You're taking it all very seriously, aren't you?
Well, it's all in the interests of the patients. That seems to be all right.
Oh, well, do you think I'll be able to see her now, then?
Yes. This way, please.
Taste of a cigar might help.
I thought you said you was glad they made you give them up.
I wouldn't even want to smoke it. I could eat it. It would be rather tasty, I suppose.
Oh, there you are. She's over there.
Oh, thanks. Well, of course, there's always the grass outside on the lawns. They said that's surely good for you.
Mine's a double whiskey. What's yours?
Very funny.
And how are you, Mrs. Thursday?
Oh, not so bad bearing up. Never expected to see you here.
Well, I just thought I'd drop in and see how you were getting on. What's the grub like?
Don't mock. We're not supposed to have food here. We're supposed to be developing firm, active minds in firm, active bodies.
Ooh, that wouldn't do for me, no. It's grub that keeps a man going. By heck, I had a very nice bit of roast duckling on the way down here. There's a motel just by the bypass.
In one moment, I shall...
I'm sorry. Well, it's as bad as all that. Why don't you pack it up and leave?
No, Mrs. Thursday thinks we should stick it out. We paid in advance.
Oh, I see your point. No rebates, eh?
No, once you're in, Joe. I've dreamed of escape. After all, they escape from prison often enough.
Well, you mustn't think me rude getting up to go just after you come, Mr. Lever. Only, it's my exercise session.
Oh, got you touching your toes, have they?
No, that was yesterday. Got to stand on my head today. I'll see you in 10 days' time.
You're sure this is not all too much for her?
Well, you know, Mrs. Thursday, what worries me, she's got that look.
Aye, I know what you mean. Well, let's get down to business.
What, you just dropped in?
Oh, that's right, on business. It's about the Highfield estate. I reckon they're stalling. Now, we want a decision from Mrs. Thursday double quick.
Joe, my mind is gently going to sleep through starvation. You understand? It's what happens to people when they're shipwrecked, cast adrift, stranded on desert islands. They go stark staring mad. You're trying to get round me, aren't you?
Oh, no, I'm simply agreeing with you. A man can't think when he's starved and miserable.
Pull a face. Pretend you're drinking the other mug.
Good health.
What do you want me to do?
I just want you to use a little persuasion and get a decision by Monday.
But...
Cool, this caper don't half make you thirsty.
Oh, don't start me thinking of tea again.
Dr. Sorby said we could have a cup tomorrow.
Well, I want a cup now. Oh, it's ridiculous.
What is?
Well, why can't I have a cup when I want it?
Because Dr. Sorby says you can't.
Well, who's she to push us around? We've paid enough. Why should we be frightened of her?
I don't know.
Oh, nor me. Look, we're going to see her, and we're going to tell her that we want cups of tea now.
But you can't, Alice, you can't.
Well, I'm not scared, but if you are, I'll do the talking.
Scared I am. I'm terrified out of my wits. You've got as much hope of getting a cup of tea out of Dr. Sorby as you have of getting to London to Brighton on that bike.
Look, she can't bite us. I'm going to talk to the others while you go and find Mr. Hunter.
Here, I thought you said you weren't scared of talking to her.
No, I'm not, but on second thoughts, I think perhaps it might be better coming from him, because he can speak for all of us.
Oh, all right.
I've come here on behalf of everyone, Dr. Sorby, to tell you exactly what we think of you. There comes a time, there comes a point when the question of food, boiled beef and carrots,
So now you know. Boiled beef and carrots. Boiled beef and carrots. Boiled beef and carrots.
Mr. Hunter, what's the matter? You ill?
Boiled beef, friends, Romans and countrymen. I come not to praise Dr. Sorby, but to bury her.
Well, work it out for yourselves. That Dr. Sorby's making a fortune out of us.
I have heard some of the other health farms are cheaper.
Oh, but this is the place.
Well, what's that got to do with it? I mean, if we're not getting value for our money.
I agree with Mrs. Thursday. A cup of tea would be rather nice.
That's right. So we're going to demand it. I mean, this isn't a prison, is it? We're not criminals, are we? So why should she push us around?
Because it's for your own good.
Oh, well, I'm not so sure about that. You see, that's what you think. But I believe that a little of what you fancy does you good. And right now, well, we all fancy a cup of tea.
Is that so? I'm amazed. I'm thoroughly disappointed in the whole lot of you. Is your determination so weak, your self-discipline so feeble, that you have to succumb to such a ridiculous temptation? A cup of tea. I thought you were made of sterner stuff. Now, come along. No more nonsense and get back to your exercise sessions.
Here, wait a minute. Where's Mr. Hunter?
He's temporarily indisposed.
What?
Stoned.
Stoned? Goodness. Where'd you get it? Oh, well, never mind. I'll manage on my own.
Now, Mrs. Thursday.
Well, please, could I have a cup of tea? I mean, I reckon I'm entitled to it after the rates you charge.
If you don't like the treatment here, you're free to leave at any time.
Free? Ooh, I like that. I mean, after all what I paid in advance, I want my money's worth.
If you choose to stay here, Mrs. Thursday, you're going to obey the rules and regulations. Now, is that quite clear? We'll have no more trouble. Will you please get back to your exercises?
trouble. She don't know what trouble is.
Alice, you can't. We all get slung out.
You're weak. That's what's the trouble with you. I mean, we didn't win the war to let people like her go bossing over us.
But Alice!
Oh, Churchill wouldn't have stood for it, I bet.
But Alice!
Look, I've paid my money and I'm going to have my lemons.
Slacking!
One, two, lift those legs, put them snap into it. He was complaining. You put that poison into your body, it's my job to get it out.
Well, we don't have to make a rush job of it, do we?
Save your breath, Mr. Hunter, you're going to need it. You've got 10 minutes of this, 10 minutes skipping, and then 10 minutes of this steam bath. You're a very stupid gentleman. Now keep the pace up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'll be watching you. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, Mr. Partridge.
What you doing?
Running.
I can see that. Why?
Jankers. Punishment drill.
I'm not surprised. Serve you right, behaving like that. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Where's Mrs. Thursday?
I don't know. She's very cross. She's fed up with you. You let her down.
I know. I want to apologize to her.
Oh, I don't suppose she'll listen. Hey, where you going?
Well, I don't want old Tarzan to think I'm slacking. All the same, I think we ought to pack up and go, you know.
Ooh, she's not going to wear that. No, she's not going to budge from here till she's found out of some way to get even with Dr. Sorby. Then she might feel better and listen.
Wait a minute. I've just remembered something.
Here.
Excuse me.
Where are you going?
It's my ration book.
Oh, that's quite all right, Mrs. Thursday. I've got you on my list. Now, let's see. Orange juice, grapes, and an apple.
And a what?
An apple.
Let's see, orange juice, grapes. Oh, thank you, dear.
It does say an apple on your list, does it?
That's right, same as yours. Apple. Yeah, where's Mr. Hunter? I haven't seen him since this morning.
He's gone off somewhere. Hey, Alice, I lost £10. 10 old pounds. Isn't that lovely? Nurse Clay was ever so pleased with me.
Very good.
You got an apple. Here, where'd you get that apple?
Pat give it me.
You're supposed to be on the same diet as what I am. I ain't got an apple.
Well, perhaps you made a mistake.
Alice, you've been up to something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've altered your car. That's what you've done. That's forgery.
It's only an apple. I'll save you the call.
Oh, thank you for nothing. And after all you said about people cheating.
All right, have a bit.
No, I wouldn't demean myself. I'm not going to undo all the good that's been done me.
All right, please yourself.
All right, then. Just a nibble.
Uh-oh. Here comes trouble.
Oh, Lord, who's she after now?
Mrs. Thursday, I want a word with you.
Now.
I have to ask you to leave.
What?
You've caused nothing but trouble ever since you arrived.
But I don't want to go now.
I have to think of all my patients, not just you, and you've been upsetting them.
Oh,
how dare you? And where did that apple come from?
off a tree, I suppose.
I order you to leave here the first thing tomorrow morning.
Oh, no.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Where have you been?
Transacting a little business. If anyone leaves first thing tomorrow morning, Dr. Sorby, it'll be you. I think you'll find those papers all in order.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's quite simple. Mrs. Thursday is the new owner of Greenacres.
What?
Well, you remember what Mr. Partridge said. He said, why don't you buy the place? So I bought it for you.
Oh, honey, you're run
Do you mind if I have a tiny little word to say in this? Are you pretending to have bought this place?
No, no, far from it, Dr. Sorby. You may be the major shareholder, but you don't hold the majority of shares. So Dunwich Holdings have bought the rest. In a word, you've been taken over, Dr. Sorby. So if you would care to leave, first thing tomorrow morning...
Alice, just imagine you're the new owner.
All right, everybody. Determination, denial, detergents, and apples all round.
Oh, there you are. Now the car's outside. Well, where's your gear?
Oh, it's in the chalets. We'll have to get it.
Hey, you pulled up a nice little deal, you know, buying up this place. I've been looking at the balance sheet. It's a right little gold mine.
It's not surprising, the money that doctor was charging.
Oh, I don't know. I thought we might have even put the prices up a bit higher. I mean, the people who come to this sort of place, you know, they like paying fancy prices.
Well, you can ask what you like when the place is open. But for 3 months in the summer, I want it for a children's holiday camp.
Children here? The little brats will wreck the place.
They can get rid of their high spirits in the grounds. There's a boating pool and there's a swimming bath and all the countryside.
But Mrs. Thursday.
It's no good, you know, Joe.
Oh, no, it's no good.
Come along, Mrs. T. We'll get our things.
But Mrs. Thursday,
No
children in
arguments,
this place.
no. Now, look, it's something I always wanted to do, Mr. Lever. 3 months of the year for the kiddies. And for the rest of the time, you can charge £100 a week if you like. Oh, one thing. Tea has got to be on tap at all times. A rule of the house.
£100 a week. That's not such a bad idea. Only make it guineas. That's £105 a week.
Excuse me, sir.
Huh?
Have you just arrived?
Yes, and I'm just leaving as soon as my friends get back.
Your friend?
That's right. It was them for the treatment, not me.
Well, Dr. Sorby'd like to have a few words with you, if you don't mind, sir.
Oh, yes, she's still here till the end of the week, isn't she? Well, yes, if she can spare a moment. I've got some points I want to raise about the profit and loss account.
Step this way, sir.
It's a very lovely establishment. Oh, very nice, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Lever. Mr. Lever, where's Mrs. Thursday?
Oh, she'll be back in a moment. Tell her I'll join her in the car in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Here we are, sir, this way.
Where's Mr. Lever?
He went off that way.
Oh, dear, we'll never get away.
Oh, he said it'd only be a couple of minutes.
Wait a minute, did you say that way?
Yeah.
But I tell you, lads, my name's not Micklethwaite.
I'm very sorry, sir, but we can't weigh you until we get these clothes off.
But you're not going to weigh me. Here, let me out of here. Well, it's locked. Well, this is preposterous.
Now, let's not have any trouble, sir.
Enough!
It's been very nice meeting you, Mrs. Thursday. And you did stand up for us.
I hope we'll meet again, Mr. Hunter. I have a yacht at Monte Carlo, you know. Everyone gets down there.
Oh, yes. All the debris of Debret.
Oh.
Well, ta-ta. Ta-ta. I hope we shall see more of each other.
Madam, I should have thought you'd seen quite enough.
Cheeky.
Where's Mr. Lever gone?
I'll give you 3 guesses. We better go and rescue him.
Mrs. Thursday, you can do what you like with this place. You can stop it with kids for all I care, only get me out of here, please.